Welcome back to We're Having Fun. I'm Mark. Hi.
Hi, I'm Krista.
Hello, Krista. What's up?
Nothing much.
Cool. What's going down?
That's the same thing you just asked me.
No, I asked you what's
Basically.
up, and now what's down.
My mood right now because of that.
Well, let's see. We watched some trailers.
We did, finally.
For the haunted, I wanted to say
Mansion.
museum, but it's mansion.
Mm-hmm.
That's not at the museum, it's the haunted museum. What'd you think?
I mean, it looked like a haunted mansion movie.
I didn't think it looked too bad.
It looks better than the Eddie Murphy one.
Oh,
so.
yeah, for sure.
If it's better than the Eddie Murphy one, then I'm all for it.
I don't think it's going to be like an instant classic or anything, but
No.
it looked all right.
It looked pretty fun. And I do like, it did show, it showed like the Hatbox Ghost.
Yeah.
There was the bride, of course.
Yeah.
There was like the stretching room. All kind of stuff like that. So looks like it'll
interesting.
be fun.
Yeah. And I like Owen Wilson, so it's always a win.
Yeah.
Then we watched Little Mermaid. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
Looks fine.
I don't care about it. I could not care less about this movie. I don't really care about the
I'm not
live
a big,
action remakes, honestly.
Yeah, me either.
I think they're pretty unnecessary.
I mean, I usually watch them, but I say that, but the last one that I watched, I think was... I can't remember if Aladdin came first or if Lion King came first.
Mm-hmm.
But those were the last two that I watched.
Okay. The last one I watched was Jungle Book.
Okay.
So, and then I was done.
Yeah. Everybody like raved about Jungle Book, and I was like, I don't...
It's fine.
It's okay. I didn't really like it that much.
Yeah.
But
It wasn't necessary.
No.
It was another one. It was just
most of these are
the Jungle
unnecessary.
Book. Yeah.
That's like, I haven't seen Mulan. I didn't watch that Lady and the Tramp one that was only on Disney+.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing.
Pinocchio that came out.
Yeah, which we didn't watch.
There was a Dumbo that was like
Tim Burton Dumbo.
Weird.
So weird,
Didn't watch that one. I feel like there's been another one, but I can't think of what it is.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. I liked... Cinderella was good.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast was okay, but there
it.
were parts of it that I was like, okay, why'd they do it this way? I'd rather just watch the original.
Yeah, that's how I feel about most of them.
So, yeah.
Bring in Aristocats, you cowards.
They've already done the Lion King. I mean, why not? If you're just going to do CGI animals, just go ahead and do the Aristocats. Go ahead. Do Robin Hood with the animals.
Hot fox.
Yeah, give me a hot fox. Come on. Give me a foxy fox. Where's my foxy fox?
I want to see a chicken playing badminton in
There
real
we
life.
go. Yes.
Finally. Give us what we want, Disney.
Give me a badger friar tuck and I'm happy.
Yes.
Some little church mouse or church mice guy.
That rooster playing the...
Exactly.
Oh, man. No, I just want to watch Robin.
Yeah. I was listening to some of the songs from it not too long ago, like a couple of weeks ago, probably. And I was like, man,
so many
I
bangers
like
in that
Robin Hood.
movie. Yeah, it's so good. The music is the best.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was the last one we watched?
The last Disney?
No, the
are you
last
talking about?
trailer we watched.
Oh, the last trailer. Oh, I'm like, what are you talking about?
What's the last Disney movie we watched? Pop quiz, hotshot.
Well, we were going through, like, watching all of them.
Yeah.
The last one was Lilo and Stitch,
Yeah.
which we covered for the podcast.
It's true.
We haven't done Treasure Planet yet because you're like, I don't want to watch Treasure Planet.
It's a slog getting through these guys.
We're never going to get through them.
We're at a tough spot. But what was the last trailer we watched?
It was Peter Pan and Wendy.
Oh, yeah. Another one that don't feels necessary. Exactly. But
Yeah.
it looks fine.
Sure.
Why not? Do whatever. All right. Well, then let's talk Mandalorian. Episode 20?
Chapter 20, yep.
What's up?
called-
What happened?
It's called The Foundling.
Oh, okay.
Because technically it's about a bunch of foundlings.
A lot of foundlings.
There's at least like 5,
Yep.
technically, that are called foundlings.
Yeah. We got foundlings.
We got them. They're all over this place.
Yeah.
They're just all up in here.
Yep. Well, what are they doing? They're training?
They're training. They're practicing. They're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the other Mandalorians were just randomly shooting into the water.
Yeah.
I was like, what's that about? I don't know.
I don't know. Couldn't set up targets or something, guys? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
I meant to shoot that wave, I guess.
I guess they're just trying to, like, shoot at the water so that turtle thing doesn't come back. But just wait till the turtle thing shows up and then shoot it. Don't waste all your blaster stuff on that. Yeah. Just on the water. That's weird.
Yeah. I hate this group of Mandalorians. They're the worst.
So, yeah, I don't get that.
They're so lame.
Grogu is there. He's surrounded by these rocks.
Little hermit crab.
He's like trying to move the rocks, but the rocks are moving themselves because they're little crab things.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was going to be like a big monster and trying to eat him.
Yeah, and he has this habit of finding like little monsters and then big monsters come after him.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing with the spiders on that one like ice planet thing.
Oh, yeah.
It was like he just goes up, opens, like just sticks his hand in a spider egg and just starts chomping on it, and then all the other spiders come after him. So, come on, bro.
Yeah, he's a little goof.
Yeah, he's so cute. But it's time for him to start training as a Mandalorian.
Yep.
He's going to have to fight the other children.
Oh, so cute. But he's too small. He can't.
So tiny. But he has to rise from foundling to apprentice, and that's the only way to do it.
Mando goes to bat for him.
Yep.
Tells him he's ready.
Exactly. And so they find a kid for him to go up against.
The guy who they made the helmet for.
Yes.
In the other episode.
And this is, what's his name? Paz Vizsla? Is that his name?
Yeah,
it's his son.
Like that. Yeah.
Ragnar.
Okay.
I only remember because there's a whole, like, thing in Skyrim about, there's like a legend of Ragnar the Red. So I'm like, Ragnar, I can remember that. It all comes back to Skyrim. But Ragnar gets to choose the weapon.
Yes.
So he chooses the training darts.
Yes.
And so they put this little dart thing.
Little wrist darts on him. I can't believe they have one tiny enough for him.
It's so tiny.
Who made this tiny little wrist darts?
Little wrist. Oh my gosh. But you're supposed to be able to, like, squeeze your fist, and that makes the darts come out.
Right.
So they have this thing where they, like, count down or whatever, and then they do their attacks. And
he just gets shot immediately.
Shot twice.
Yeah. He doesn't move or anything. No. He just looks back at Mando like, he shot me.
What am I supposed to do? I'm too baby. I'm baby.
I'm little baby Grogu.
Exactly. But finally he does his little jump over the kid and jumps back and then shoots him 3 times and he wins.
Yeah. Which, that feels like it's against the rules if the other guy had to stop each time he shot him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess we're just breaking rules for Grogu here.
I guess so.
Rough go for that kid.
Yep. Rough go for that kid later, too, because, like, right after this, he goes off. He's like, I'm going to just go, like, pound next to the water or whatever. Yeah. And then this dragon thing just shows up and takes him. Yeah. Just flies off with him.
Grabs him in his claws and flies away.
It's like, well, there goes that kid. So they all, like, head out. Yeah. Or a bunch of them head out with their
jetpacks.
Jetpacks and stuff.
Apparently they only have enough fuel for, like, 10 feet. To immediately start falling down.
Well, I mean, they do go pretty far, but it's not far enough because they can't make it to the nest. But Bo-Katan shows up in her ship and she goes after it and finds it.
The only smart one in the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while she comes back and she's like, okay, I know where the nest is. We can go there, but we have to be really quiet and we'll have to climb up. Yeah. To get to it.
They're like, I don't know about climbing. She's like, we used to do it all the time. And these nerds are like, I don't know. Climbing's scary.
It's so funny that you just hate them so much.
I hate these nerds, man. I feel like such a bully.
Yeah, so they
wedgie all of them.
So a bunch of them head off in her ship to go get closer to the nest and go get the kid back. They leave Grogu with the armorer. She starts, like, talking to him, starting, like, she's about to make armor, and she's like, Beskar can show, like, faults or whatever, flaws,
what is it called?
The forge can show flaws in the Beskar is what I'm going to say. It's like, are you trying to, like,
I thought it was a metaphor. Yeah. Like, I know you've got flaws, Grogu.
Exactly.
We're going to pound it out of you.
Oh, gosh. But anyway, while the Beskar is being pounded, basically. It sends him into a little flashback.
He gets a little sad face, a worried face.
Yep, and it goes into a flashback. And you were like, wait, he was there during...
I don't remember any of his story.
During Order 66, isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
You're like, he was there? I'm like, we already knew that. We learned about that in a previous episode. You're like, I don't remember.
I don't remember that.
And then you're like, but he's not old enough. I'm like, he's 50. And you're like,
no,
what?
He's not.
I'm like, we learned that in the first episode of the whole series.
I don't believe this. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Oh, man.
I feel like they're being cheap about how much time they cover. They want him in everything. Like, he just doesn't age.
He was born the same year as Anakin Skywalker.
Next to him.
Yes. Yes, right next to him. Shmi Skywalker is sitting there having her kid, and then there's this random Yoda character having Grogu at the same time.
They're holding hands.
Right next to each other. They're in the hospital together.
Aww.
Right there on Tatooine.
Divided with a curtain.
Yeah, exactly.
Between them.
Exactly.
Oh, and then they go different paths. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, what a metaphor.
Wow.
For life.
It's like poetry.
Yep.
So anyway, he is at the Jedi Temple training, where they're training all the Jedi babies, whatever.
Bebels.
All them kids.
All them babes.
And Order 66 has gone out. Mm-hmm. They're all being attacked.
Yeah.
They get him to the elevator so that he can be taken away by some Jedi named Kelleran. Mm-hmm. And this was Ahmad. I don't know why I said Ahmad.
Ahmad Rashad. Famous basketball player. Exactly. Or no, he's a football player. Inside stuff. Ahmad Rashad.
This was Ahmed Best.
Yeah.
Who played Jar Jar Binks. But he is not Jar Jar Binks in this. He's a Jedi.
Great would it have been, though, if he'd opened it up and his Jar Jar there to help him out. So
many people would have rioted and said, I'm never watching Mandalorian again. Unless they saw Jar Jar get killed, and then they would have been like, you know what? I'm okay with it.
Worth it. I'm glad we got to that conclusion for him.
Oh, man. But no, it's just Ahmed Best. It's just...
Which Ahmed Best seems like a really nice guy.
He seems like a really sweet guy. Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's really cute. He gets to be a Jedi and everything. That's sweet. I like it.
You had to explain it to me. I had no idea that it was him.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what he looks like.
Anyway, so he takes him. They fly around Coruscant. They get chased around. They finally get into a ship and make it off the planet and into hyperspace. Mm-hmm. Hyperspeed, whatever it's called. I don't know. Something like that.
Fast speed.
Yeah, they get out of there.
Yeah.
And get away from the bad guys. So that's how he was rescued.
Yep. So,
meanwhile, the flashback is over. You see what the armorer has been making. It is a new piece of armor for him.
A little circle.
Yes, a roundel, I think is what it's called.
Sure.
I think it has, like, the whatever beast is on Mando's armor.
Okay.
Because they're, like, part of a clan together.
Yeah.
So,
clan of two.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So she puts it on top of his little other armor that he's wearing under his little robe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she's like, you'll grow into this.
Not that much. He's not gonna grow that much.
Yeah, and it's gonna take forever, as we have just demonstrated. It's been 50 years since Order 66. Looks exactly the same. He is not gonna grow into that. It's
gonna be a while.
Yeah,
he'll grow into it long after Mando's dead.
Yeah, he'll be like, I can't believe I'm still wearing this thing.
I mean, unless they like have a growth spurt that only lasts like a few years or something, and then they're like fully adult sized.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But still, it's way too big. Yeah.
It is really big.
Yeah, for him.
I mean, it covers like his whole chest.
He could wear like a turtle shell on his back.
Oh my gosh, he should just wear that. Yeah, on his back. That's cute.
That would be very cute. I thought she was gonna put it on his head, like a little hat.
How would that stay on?
I don't know, but it would have been so cute. He's got such a flat head. Yeah. And then the little flat circle.
I was just happy that she didn't make a helmet for him.
Yeah.
Like she made for all the other kids. Because I was like, if you make this beautiful baby put on a helmet and not be able to take it off,
I've been so sad.
No, I'm sorry.
His cute little face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They'd better never make him wear a helmet unless they decide to like defect from this group and can take their helmets off again. Yeah. I don't want to see him just with a helmet on all the time because I want to see his cute little face.
Yeah. Maybe like the last episode, whenever they're closing out the series.
Yeah, maybe.
He'll finally put on his helmet.
And he's full Mandalorian. He's the Mandalorian at that point.
Because Din dies.
No. No.
No.
I
mean, he's not going to outlive Grogu.
No, but still, we can't have him dying. Come on.
Okay.
That's probably what'll happen. And he'll be like the new Mandalorian.
You're the Mandalorian now, dog.
Yeah,
that's what he'll say.
Speaking of helmets, though, we do see what the Mandalorians do when they need to eat, which is they grab their food and they all go to separate places.
So stupid.
Which means no one ever gets to eat with other people. You always have to eat alone. You're like the nerd kid at lunch that has no friends and you're just sitting at a table by yourself eating your lunch.
Yeah.
It's so sad. This is like sad Keanu eating on a bench, on a park bench.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so weird.
But Bo-Katan, since she's the one who's like the leader of this mission or whatever, she gets to sit by the fire by herself. Watch the fire.
And they're so worried about this kid, but they are taking their sweet time.
They're like, we're gonna sleep overnight here and then we're gonna get up there.
Why would they not be able to climb up that rock to get him at night? Just do it.
I don't know.
You probably have some like night vision in those helmets.
You would think so.
Or something. Just do it. Like, he's dead now.
They took so long.
They did.
But finally, morning comes, they climb up to the nest.
I also want to know, like, if they're all, like, they leave her at the fire, when they come back, they'll be like, are you decent?
Yeah, exactly. Do you have your helmet on? Can we come back?
Anybody naked in here? No? Okay, we're coming back. Anyway, so dumb. Anyway, what happens in the morning?
They climb to the nest.
Oh, yeah.
They get up there. They find 3 babies there. 3 baby dragon things.
Little bubba dragon birds.
Dragon birds, exactly. And Paz just runs over to them. And they're like, what are you doing?
Because it gets like a heat, Mando gets like a heat signature.
Yeah.
There, and he runs there.
Yeah, but it's the babies.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the mom shows up.
Yeah.
And vomits out the kid. It's like,
a kid.
Was he in there all night?
How did he not die? I mean, he's in the armor, but still.
Yeah. I don't know. So they manage to, they try to save the kid.
Mm-hmm.
They get into a big fight with the dragon thing.
Yeah.
They're all flying around. Because now it's like, it doesn't matter if we make noise, we can do whatever we want.
Grabs the kid in the claws and the big daddy in its beak.
Yeah, Paz jumps into its mouth, basically, and starts
firing. Fire in there.
Got like his flamethrower thing is just flamethrowing its mouth. And I'm like, you realize that it is holding your child, and if it falls, that was the whole reason they didn't shoot it in the first place, was because it would kill the kid. What's wrong with you people? Anyway, so there's a big fight with them. And there's not really much to say about it. They save the kid.
Again,
they kill the thing.
Bo?
Yeah.
And Mando are the only ones that actually do anything worth anything in this again.
Because the kid,
the rest of them are nerds.
They kill the dragon thing. It starts falling. The kid falls out of its grasp, and of course Mando grabs it.
Him, yeah.
And
then
takes him,
kills it basically. Yeah.
And that's basically it.
Stabs it in the eye.
Yeah, and then it falls down into the water, and
it's eaten by a turtle guy.
Shows up.
Real Jurassic World situation.
Yeah, it is. So that's it. And then they show up. They come back in the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, yay! And they do this clap thing where they clap with their forearms, which is really weird. But I mean, I guess that's just a Mando thing.
Works for me.
And they're like, and we've got 3 more foundlings for you. And I'm like, how are they going to train these dragon things? Because it's the dragon babies.
Yeah, it's little babies.
I was like, are they going to ride them or something? Is this going to be like a Dragon Riders
I hope
situation?
They give them big helmets.
Is this a How to Train Your Dragon? How to Train Your Dragon flying bird.
Yeah, I'd be for it.
Sure.
That's the next spinoff.
There we go.
No more. I already forgot his name.
Boba Fett?
Boba Fett. Yeah. No, it's bird dragons.
Sure. So now that they've done that, they're all safe again, I guess. Mm-hmm. The armorer takes Bo-Katan back into the cave. It was this weird moment where she puts her hand on her shoulder. I'm like, are you flirting with Bo-Katan? This is weird. I don't think she was, but maybe. I don't know, maybe. But takes her in and is like, I'm going to make a new pauldron for you. And she's got like, her pauldron for her clan is like the Night Owl or whatever, whatever it is. But she's like, can I have the mythosaur? Mm-hmm. She's like, sure, whatever. I don't really care.
I don't care, dude. You can have whatever you want, bro.
It's your armor. You can do what you want.
You're Mandalorian. Go for it.
So she makes her one with the mythosaur. And she's like, so I saw a mythosaur. And the armor's like, yeah, in a vision.
You'll see a lot of things on your journey.
Yeah, on your journey. And she's like, no, I actually saw one. Like, there was one in the water.
I'm sure he did, sweetie.
And she's like, okay, this is the way.
So cute.
And that's where it ends. It's like, is she going to go after the mythosaur? Probably.
Hope so.
I hope so too. But we'll see.
Because we got to do something.
We've got to do something. Nothing is happening.
I don't know what else we're doing here.
Absolutely nothing is happening. Okay, we had a little tiny bit of training. We had a little bit of Grogu backstory.
Mm-hmm. Mando almost drowning.
And then last week we had that whole thing with like the amnesty hotel thing.
Oh yeah.
Where it was
that was so dumb.
I don't know what's happening. What is happening in this season? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Where are we going? Where is the plot?
But honestly, if it was just every episode was a new adventure with
Grogu,
Grogu and Mando just going around together with no real reason, I'd be just fine with that.
Sure, but I don't want them to stay with the other Mandalorians forever.
Oh, yeah, definitely get away from those.
I'm sorry, they're annoying.
They're the worst. They are ruining Mandalorians for me.
I don't hate them.
I don't understand why Mando's trying to be in this group.
I don't either.
I don't know.
Because, I mean, Bo-Katan already had other people that she was with, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
So, whatever. What ifs. Don't know where it's going, but hopefully next episode we'll figure it out because we're halfway through the season.
Yeah.
Already.
Crazy.
Yeah. Oh boy.
They start turning it up.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's move on to this week's movie then, which is our continuing Marvel movies rewatch, and it's Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yes.
Which I was excited about. I know back in the day when the trailer came out, we rewatched the trailer. I was like, okay, this isn't as good as I remember. I feel like I remember it being like amazing.
Well, at the time, I'm sure it was.
Yeah. No strings thing. I was excited. Age of Ultron's a pretty intense story where Ultron actually takes over the world. They have to go back in time and stop him.
Okay.
There's a whole thing. It's pretty great.
There's a whole thing.
The whole thing. It's pretty cool, but yeah.
That's not what happens.
That's not what happens in this. So I didn't really know what they were going to do with it, but yeah.
They were saving their time travel for,
don't worry. We got time travel later.
Yeah, don't worry. It's coming.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw this one in the theater. I think I just saw this one when it came out.
Oh, really?
Because there was a long time there where I didn't go to the theater to see these. I think once I hit Civil War, then I was like, okay.
I'm in.
now I will go to the theater to watch these.
I was a little confused because I was like, what's Strucker gonna do? Like,
you mean Strucker?
No,
they say Strucker the whole movie.
And it's like, why are you saying Strucker?
It's like you literally at the end of the last movie where he showed up, you said Strucker.
Yeah.
Why are you changing it now?
Don't know, but yeah, I was like, so he's gonna do something, right, with Wanda and Quicksilver?
No.
He
does absolutely nothing.
Yeah, he's in the first part because they're on a mission to attack him.
The Avengers are going to attack the Hydra compound where Strucker and the twins are. The twins.
Yeah.
The twins, of course, being Pietro and Wanda Maximoff, in case you didn't know.
And I loved this back then. Like, this was because they're working as a team, they're coordinated, they're doing the things. This is Avengers stuff, man. It's great. Now the CGI is not as great. There's some pretty bad looking things in there.
I was watching it. I was like,
Didn't age well.
Great.
I'm very surprised that it looked as bad as it did, honestly.
Because there were some people that were being thrown around, and I was like, the ragdoll-ness of this is weird.
Yeah. For a bit there, I was like, did we get like an early cut of the movie on Disney somehow? Like, because later we see a character that we're like, who is that?
Yeah, that's
What
right.
are you supposed to be? So weird.
Yep.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But the whole part where they're like going over the ledge and they're all lined up, coming in together. I was like, this is peak movie making right here.
Yeah, that was like in the trailer too, though.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, here we go. Here's the one shot that we're going to use for everything.
Mm-hmm.
This is it.
Yeah.
And then it was over and I was like, oh, okay. Well.
Amazing. I loved it. I still kind of like it.
Yeah.
Even with the stupid stuff.
So, anyway, they're heading there because they know that Loki's scepter is there and they need to get it.
Yeah.
So that's what they're looking for. And, by the way, this compound is in Sokovia.
Yes.
So this is our first big thing in Sokovia, I guess.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
I think so. How did they get the scepter? I can't remember. Because they captured Loki. Mm-hmm. Oh, I bet it was because S.H.I.E.L.D. was controlled by Hydra.
Probably.
And then that's how they got it. And then when they broke up Hydra.
So it was probably a Captain America Winter Soldier kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it was in that. I don't remember.
Probably went in there, yeah. That's how they got it. Because they were working for S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
In quotes.
So some of them get in there.
The twins got loose.
Yes, the twins got loose. But Tony goes in. He sees a...
One of those big...
Oh, well, first he's
things.
looking, he sees a couple of computers and he starts, like, getting all the stuff. Where he's like, Jarvis, get all this stuff.
Yeah.
And all the files and everything. Jarvis tells him, there's a wall that's hollow or something. I can't remember. There's something behind it. And he's like, oh, please be a secret door. And it does. And he goes, yay!
Yeah.
Which is really cute. So he goes in there and that's when he sees there's like this big Chitauri flying
big
thing,
whale
whatever
things,
it is.
Whatever they are.
Yep. And I guess that's where Ultron's body is, the one that they were working on. Mm-hmm. What will turn out to be Ultron's body.
Yeah.
So it's there, and he's looking around, and of course there's the scepter. He's looking at it, and Wanda, of course, is behind him, and he doesn't know. She does some little mind control thing.
Yeah, makes him see some visions.
So he sees this vision.
His greatest fears.
Yep, and then basically the Chitauri are back. There's like a big opening in the world out to space or whatever, like it was in the first Avengers.
Everybody's piled up
dead. There's this one random woman that we're like, who is this? Who are you supposed to be?
Yeah. And you point out it might be Maria Hill, but man, she does not look like her.
It did not look like Colby.
Yeah. It's like that one thing in like Friends where they just left in an extra standing in for another character. They just left it in the show. And it's like, why? Who missed that?
Yeah, I don't know. Because it was like a dark-haired woman.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, who else could it be?
Yeah, I thought Black Widow.
No, because she was already there. It already showed her.
Yeah, and it's not like Hawkeye's wife.
No.
Anything, so
there's no, I mean, I don't.
You wouldn't have known about her anyway. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
And it wasn't Peggy Carter because she would have been old at that point. Yeah. So, and how would he know Peggy Carter?
Yeah.
So, I don't know who it was supposed to be, but whatever. There was just some random woman. It's like, okay, well, but she's dead, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, dead people don't matter.
Exactly.
Right?
But he sees Cap. He goes up to him. Cap is dying, and he's like,
"You could have saved us. We needed you."
Oh my god. Sure. He says exactly like that. But yeah, he's like, "You could have saved us," and then he dies. Yeah. And Tony comes out of the vision. And he grabs the scepter, and Wanda lets him leave with it.
And Pietro's like, why? She's like, smile.
Yeah, she just smiles.
Do you really even know what? They thought maybe he was going to trap himself with it, basically, or destroy himself.
Yeah, now that he's got that in his head, he's going to mess things up somehow.
Yeah, he's too foolhardy. Yeah.
Exactly. Which, I mean, he does. So, yeah, it works.
She was right.
Also, all the others fight too. They're there. They're fighting people. I didn't write anything down about it. Wanda gets into their heads, right? Does she do that? Right? Oh, maybe that's later. That's later.
That's on the ship. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then what else happens? Nothing.
She knocks down Cap and knocks him down some stairs. Then he comes back up the stairs and she does a weird witch walk out of the back
backwards door. Out the door. That's right.
So weird. She goes in there like to protect Strucker and then knocks him down, and then Strucker just hangs out there, and Captain America comes back up and just like
knocks him out.
Bam, hit you with my shield.
What was the point of that?
I don't know. I just wanted to show her doing stuff, I guess.
But Pietro is outside. He's doing his speed running.
Oh yeah,
messing things up for him.
People up all over the place.
Ends up getting Hawkeye shot.
Yeah,
at one point
by a turret.
Yep. But, so they're just kind of causing chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And they get away. But they did manage to get the scepter back. So they head off.
Mission accomplished.
Yep. They go back to wherever.
Black Widow, we see, has a little special relationship with Incredible Hulk. She can talk him down.
Yeah.
I call him Incredible Hulk for some reason. By his full formal name.
Yes.
Mr. Incredible
First
Hulk.
name Incredible, second name Hulk. Yeah, so she does she calls it a lullaby. Although it's not really. She's just like, sun's getting real low.
Sun's getting real low.
And then they do this thing where they like touch hands and then he's like, okay, I guess I'm turning back.
I do that way too often too. Like, it comes up a lot.
The sun's getting real low.
Our sun's getting real low.
Yep. So they get back. They're asking about, who were these...
Who are they?
Who are you? Who are these people? And
who are these people?
I didn't mean for it to sound like that. Who are these people? Oh, gosh. And Maria Hill's like Pietro and Wanda Maximoff.
He's fast. She's weird.
Yep. She does give like a better explanation for it, but... yeah. Whoever she's talking to, I think it's maybe Cap.
Yeah.
It's like, Cap's not going to understand this. He's not the smartest. I love him, but he's no Tony or Bruce. Yeah. So he's still probably smarter than Thor.
Probably, yeah.
Probably a lot smarter. Tony and Bruce are doing stuff with the scepter. Mm-hmm. They find out that the scepter holds an AI, which they're going to use, or Tony wants to use, to create Ultron.
Yeah.
Because Ultron is something that I guess he and Bruce have talked about before.
Yeah, he wants to shield around the world and to protect everything.
Because now that he's going through his whole PTSD stage thing where, he's like, he went up with that nuclear missile into space, basically, and he's like, there are all these aliens that can come after us now. They know about us. We got to do something about it.
Yeah.
So he's like, if we build some kind of defense system, then we can shield the Earth from all of these invasions and attacks and stuff from outside of Earth.
Yeah.
They start kind of running some test stuff and everything. And they're like, all right, Jarvis, let us know if anything works. Okay, cool. Jarvis is like, sure, will do.
Yeah, because they're just failing. They can't integrate it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they're like, we got a party to go to, because there's a big party that they're doing.
And as soon as they step in the room, out of the room? Out
of the room, yeah.
It works.
Yeah. It to into one of the machines that they already have, one of his little robot things.
Yeah.
And then it starts talking. It starts talking to Vision.
To Jarvis.
That's what I meant.
Spoilers.
It starts talking to Jarvis.
Yeah.
And it's like, where am I?
Who am I?
Who am I? Yeah. And it's like automatically just starts taking all this information from
scouring the internet.
The internet and from SHIELD databases, I guess, and all kinds of stuff.
Looking up Tony, seeing what his mission is.
Looks up everybody pretty much. All of the Avengers. Gets all the information
peace
on them.
in our time is what Tony's looking for.
Yep.
So he's like, what does that mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it starts going through that. Meanwhile, all the Avengers are like, it's party time.
Yeah. They're having a good time.
Yeah. So we get to see the party. Stan Lee is there as a veteran. And he gets drunk off of something that Thor brought that was like made from some 1,000 year old
mead, from some other planet.
Yeah. So he gets drunk, and like the next little scene, it cuts to him, and he's going Excelsior. I was like, this may be my favorite Stan Lee cameo. I love it so much.
It's very cute.
It is very cute. You have Nat flirting with Bruce. He doesn't realize that she's flirting with him.
Yeah. Well, he does, but he doesn't really think it goes like real flirting.
Yeah. Well, somebody comes.
Flirts with everybody.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you have Tony and Thor and Rhodey. Rhodey's talking. He's telling this story that is apparently hilarious and everybody loves.
Yeah.
And they're like, is that it?
He just like saved somebody, like carried something up to the top of something.
And he says something about, and boom, something, But they're like, yeah, I guess that's cool, That's
nice. Good
and
for you.
So they start, Tony and Thor start arguing about who has like the smarter girlfriend, basically, the better girlfriend. So Pepper and Jane, who's better?
Yeah.
And
I'm going Jane.
Yeah, I would go Jane too.
Team Jane.
I like Jane better, so. Yeah, and they're just all
having a good time.
There's this Dr. Cho that has helped like Hawkeye, his little injury that he had. She has some kind of thing back at her lab in Seoul, South Korea, that can create tissue really quickly.
Yeah.
And she's like using a smaller version of it or whatever to help heal him.
And this is Amadeus Cho's mom.
Oh, okay.
So
are we going to see him in like World War Hulk or whatever?
Is there going to be a World War
Hulk?
I don't know. I don't know. If there is, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
It was supposed to be Martin Freeman back in the... Not Martin Freeman, Martin in the Incredible Hulk classes.
Martin Starr?
Starr, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they changed that. Yeah, they...
retconned that.
Yeah, because, we were talking about, he's the teacher from Spider-Man, and then they actually retconned his character to be that character.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I guess he got fired for letting Hulk in there to do stuff.
As he should have.
And then, of course, he's like, well, I guess I'll be a teacher.
Yeah. Amadeus Cho's too smart for that.
Yeah. They have the hammer lift competition kind of thing.
After the party's kind of dwindled down.
Yeah, most of people have gone home. It's mainly the Avengers, Maria Hill, and Dr. Cho.
Yeah.
That's pretty much everybody, I think, who's there. And they're all trying to lift Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, and Rhodey's there too, because Rhodey and Tony at one point are both using their
gloves.
Yeah. Nobody can lift it. Cap gets up there. He moves it just a tiny bit, and Thor is just like, "What is happening?"
Panicking.
He's so panicky. And he's like, "Oh, I can't do it." And you can just see Thor. He's like,
"I knew it couldn't." Told you.
Yep. Yeah, he's the closest one that gets to it. Mm-hmm. But even he can't. So he's like, yeah, I knew that I was the only one who was worthy or whatever. And that's when Ultron shows up. He's like, none of you are worthy to be heroes or whatever. Yeah. He's like, you've all killed people. You're terrible
bad guys.
people. Yep.
He sends out some of Tony's drones to attack them.
Yep.
Big fight. They're dogfighting.
They're dogfighting. And he ends up telling them, there's only one path to peace. Avengers extinction. So, yep, he's gunning for him, basically.
Yep. Thor destroys it with this hammer, but he escapes through the internet back to Sokovia.
Yep,
and the little factory area.
And one of the robot drone things escapes with Loki's scepter.
Right.
So, that's gone now.
They find that Jarvis has been attacked.
Yep.
And kind of destroyed.
Yeah, because they're like, he killed Jarvis. Oh no.
It was out of rage. It wasn't a strategic thing. He was just angry at him.
Just angry.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Wanda and Pietro meet up with Ultron in some church in Sokovia. Mm-hmm. And they're going to be joining sides with him, basically.
Yeah. This is where we hear their backstory of they were attacked by somebody, I don't know. But a Stark missile went through their home. The floor, everything fell apart.
It hit like the floor below them or something, and it took out their floor. There was like a big hole in their floor, and their parents fell down it and died. And then another one hit, and they rolled under the bed together. Mm-hmm. And when the other one hit, it didn't explode, but it took like 2 days for anybody to actually be able to get in there to save them, to help them.
So they just had to stare at Stark's name the whole time.
So
they were just waiting for it to blow up.
So they don't really like Tony Stark very much.
Fair.
Yeah. And I do like that later, like, in WandaVision, we get to see all of this happen.
They actually followed through with it, which is interesting.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah. Wanda still has her accent.
Yes. Because they both have a Sokovian accent.
Yeah.
But I mean, years pass, so I guess she loses her accent.
Everybody loses their accent. Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger after being here so long. Completely gone.
Okay, but there are some other people who don't have quite as
pronounced of an accent.
Yes.
Sure. It happens.
Sure. Yeah. Maybe she just worked on it,
Yeah, could be.
I don't sound as southern as as I used to.
Yeah.
No, trust me, you did not know me before.
Yes, I know. You don't sound Southern.
I mean, I do, but it's not quite as pronounced.
It's rare.
I'm sure everybody who's listening is like, what are you talking about? You're the most Southern person I've ever heard.
Southern asses.
Trust me, it could be much worse.
Yeah. You don't know our full potential.
Exactly. Ultron killed Strucker, whatever.
Yeah.
In his little cell or whatever, and left a little message for him. Can't remember what it says. Peace, something.
Yep. In blood.
Mm-hmm. So they're like, it's a message for us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. So they're trying to figure out, because he erases like all of the information that they have about Strucker. Yeah. From all their file systems. But they still have paper copies. Yeah. So they're like, well, we can see if there are any like associates around or whatever. And then this is where we first hear about Wakanda. Yep. So, yep.
It's Claw. Yep. That's the guy.
Claw.
Yeah. He's been branded as a thief.
Yes.
By whatever.
Yep.
Wakanda is. We don't know what that is.
Yeah, they're like, we don't really find out about it much, except we find out that they have vibranium. Mm-hmm. That's all we know.
But Tony's dad was supposed to have taken the last of it.
Obviously not. That's when we show Claw for the first time. There he is. The twins show up to talk to him.
Name? What's his name? The guy who plays him.
I'm like, Claw? Andy Serkis.
Serkis, yeah.
So
this is my first time seeing Andy Serkis without any sort of makeup or anything like that. I was like, oh, okay, that's what it looks like. Interesting.
Yeah, without being like Gollum
without being
or
CGI.
Caesar, I think is the name of the one from Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a lot of CGI stuff.
He does.
King Kong.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's very good at it.
So they meet up with him and he's like, I don't want to talk to you. If I'm going to talk to anybody, I'm going to talk to your boss. And of course, here comes Ultron. He flies up. So he gives them, or shows them where the vibranium is. Mm-hmm. And
he's got a ton of it.
Yeah. And he's like, this is worth so much. Like, billions of dollars. And so suddenly Ultron does something. And he's like, there you go. You're a billionaire now.
So are you, buddy.
Exactly. So it goes into all of his little bank accounts. Mm-hmm. And he says, Ultron says something to him, and Claw's like, that sounds like Tony Stark. You sound like Tony Stark. And so he takes offense to that.
Yeah, not a fan of that.
Not a fan, so he rips his arm off. Yeah. So that's how he's going
to get that claw.
That's how his arm got taken off.
Yep. Origin of Claw.
Exactly. And this is before, when we see him in Black Panther, because he'll show up there again, and you get to see him with his
claw.
Yep. Then this is like where they have the big fight that I was thinking of earlier. So everybody's in there because
Tony and Thor and Cap show up. Hawkeye's there.
Black Widow. Hulk is there, but he's on the plane.
Yeah, Bruce is out on the
waiting
plane.
Because they're like, he's like, code green. I need code green before I can go out there. Mm-hmm. And then this is when Wanda starts getting into their heads.
Yep. Everybody except Hawkeye.
Yep. They all start seeing visions and stuff, but Hawkeye stops her before she can get to him.
Slams her with like
something right electric arrow right in her forehead. And of course Pietro he's fighting, doing his little fast running thing at one point. This is my favorite part of it was he's going real fast and everything because he's sonicking around. Yep. And Thor throws his hammer and so he goes to grab the hammer thinking he can just easily move it. No, it just like takes him off with it. It's great.
That was good.
That made me laugh a lot.
Yeah. Cap has a vision of being back
after the
war. At the end of the war. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Peggy's there.
Yeah, but there are people like who've been shot and they're just
it's weird.
It's like in a dance hall kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he has that.
Peggy finally wants her dance.
Yes. Black Widow has visions of being in the Red Room. Yep, doing her training and stuff. Mm-hmm. And the graduation ceremony.
Procedure, yep. The rough go.
Yep. Thor sees, he's like in, I guess he's supposed to be in Asgard, but I don't know. He sees Heimdall there.
Yeah, and Heimdall's doesn't have, his eyes are clouded over.
Yeah.
Can't see anymore, he's blind. And he says he's leading him to hell.
Yes.
HGL.
Yes. Which is interesting because the next time we see Thor is going to be in Ragnarok, where Hel actually is the bad guy.
And he also sees like Infinity Stones and stuff like that.
He sees Vision also.
For a second,
he sees little glimpses of something else.
Yeah.
I guess that's all of those. I think it's all the visions we see. Because Hawkeye doesn't get one.
Yeah.
We've already seen Tony's. We don't see Hulk.
Right.
Because the twins do manage to get out, and they go after Hulk. And she gives him visions, and he goes crazy. He goes on a rampage.
Yeah, because Tony went after Ultron. They're flying out everywhere. So, yeah.
So, yeah, Hulk goes on a rampage. He goes into Sokovia. He just starts destroying stuff. Tony has to call in Veronica.
Yep.
Because I was like, what's Veronica?
Mars, gotta be a detective.
Why is it called Veronica?
I don't know. He names stuff. I don't know. I can't remember. I feel like they're... Let's see.
Because I know that he names Jarvis because Jarvis was Howard Stark's, like, right-hand man or whatever kind of thing. And then, of course, Friday, he's got a thing called Friday because that's, like, his girl Friday.
Because Bruce Banner... This was coming from Joss Whedon. Okay. Because... he was in love with someone named Betty, and Veronica is the opposite of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Betty and Veronica, Archie Comics. Okay.
Archie Comics.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of Joss Whedon, I could tell it was a Joss Whedon. I forgot that he did this one. I knew he did the first one, but I could automatically tell it because there was one part where Bruce and Nat fall like over a bar.
They dive over a bar to get away from Ultron. Yeah.
And Bruce's head falls directly into Nat's cleavage. And I'm like, that's got to be Joss Whedon.
But he empowers the women. He puts them as the main focus.
Puts their boobs as the main focus.
Yeah, he's a terrible guy.
Yeah, he's not the best.
It was very disappointing to find out.
Yeah, because
pretty close after the end of this movie. Not the end of this movie, but like,
once this was
once
released.
It ended in the theater.
Yeah.
We're like, what? Whedon? No! Did you hear the news?
As people are walking out of the theater. Extra!
Joss Whedon's a creep!
Because I liked Buffy, and I liked Firefly. You know, I liked several of the things that he's done, and then it's like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, he's awful.
Yeah. Well, moving on.
Anyway.
So yeah, he calls in Veronica, and Veronica comes down and like cages the Hulk in, basically. But he gets out. He escapes. He just like tunnels under it.
Yeah, smart man.
Yep. Gets up. He starts fighting with Tony. They're just flying around. Ultron, I guess, is just like, well, I'm out of here. Bye. I guess you don't.
Yeah. Need me anymore. Tony destroyed him, and he took off back to the plant to make more Ultrons. So that's where he went. Oof. And then Tony calls in the Hulkbuster armor, which I was very excited about the Hulkbuster armor.
I can never remember what this is called.
Yep. And it was pretty... I honestly loved how they did it and everything.
Yeah.
They really destroyed that city, though.
That city.
Rough go for that city.
Like, basically every piece of glass was gone.
Got some real Man of Steel vibes from that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
At one point, he has Hulk on the ground, and he's just, like, power punching him, going, go to sleep.
I love that.
And it still does not make him go to sleep.
Nope.
But he finally subdues the Hulk.
Drive him through a tower that's being constructed, basically, all the way down to the ground.
Yeah, because he's like, how quickly can we buy this building?
I'm like, I don't think you can buy it that
I don't think so. I know you're Tony Stark and everything, but I don't think that's going to work. I don't think you can do it in, like, 30 seconds. Anyway, so all of this has happened. They've basically destroyed a city.
Yeah.
And they are kind of on the run now at this point. It's like nobody wants to have anything to do with them.
The news hates them.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah. Or the news likes them, but everybody else hates them.
Everybody else hates them. So they're like, let's go to a safe house. And Hawkeye's like, I know a safe house. So they show up. It is actually Clint's house. His wife is there, Laura, and they're like, "You're married." He's
Tony's
got children.
She's an agent.
She's an agent.
She's got to be an agent.
She is an agent.
She's an agent.
Find out,
Agent 13.
later. Yeah. But yeah, she's an agent. And then his two kids show up because she's pregnant with the third one. His two children show up, and they're like, he's like, those are small agents. Oh, man. And, of course, they know Nat, because Nat has gone to see him and everything. She's Aunt Natasha.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. We're at his house. We're hanging out. We're chopping some wood.
Yep, chopping wood. This one's for the ladies.
Hell yeah.
Bruce and Ned are taking showers.
Yep. Not together. Separate.
Almost, though.
They thought about it. And they kind of talk about their relationship, and they're like, is it too late or whatever? And Bruce is like, I can never have children. And she's like, don't worry, neither can I.
Yeah.
It's like, that's
kind of sterilized, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens in the Red Room when you graduate.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, crap, I didn't know about that. That sucks.
Yeah.
Then, meanwhile, Dr. Cho, Ultron has shown up at her lab and is asking her to make him a new body.
He wants a body, yeah.
The thing that...
Her tissue creator
thing.
She's like, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. But he has vibranium, so they're going to use that to make it. And she doesn't really want to do it. But he has the scepter, so he mind controls her, of course.
Yep.
So there we go. She's gonna do it.
Yep.
Also, at this point, I have in my notes, I have tear that log.
He does. So. He's arguing with Tony. Captain America is. And he just rips the log apart.
Right in half.
Yeah. Doesn't even need an axe.
Okay.
Okay.
So...
we need to take a break.
No. So Laura comes out on the porch and is like, hey, Tony, we need somebody to fix the tractor. Can you do it? So he goes off to the barn. But it was just a ruse.
It was.
Because Nick Fury is there.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay, so she didn't actually need me to fix a tractor. Well,
I knew she was an agent.
Darn it. So he talks to Nick Fury. I don't remember what they talk about.
Yeah, I don't remember either. It was very impactful.
It was so important. Thor has already left because, like, as soon as they got there, he's like,
I gotta go see what this vision was all about.
I'm out. I gotta do something else.
I gotta go bathe in the water, the living waters.
Yeah, he goes to meet up with Eric Selvig.
Yeah.
Dr. Selvig. Because we gotta have him in here again.
Yep.
At least he seems normal again.
Yeah.
He's not like naked going crazy, around Stonehenge and stuff. Then the body is still being made, of course, for Ultron.
Which in the comics, Vision was made by Ultron.
Okay.
But using the body of the original Human Torch.
Okay.
And the personality of Wonder Man.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well,
but in this, it's just a body.
It's just a body. But he breaks the scepter and pulls out the Mind Stone, and he sets that in the forehead of the body.
Yep.
Wanda comes in, or Wanda and Pietro both come in, and they're like, what's going on here? Just checking up to see what's happening. And she goes up to, they're calling it the cradle.
Yeah.
And that's where the body is being created. Well, actually, it's already created at this point, I think.
No, it's
almost created. They're starting to transfer Ultron's.
They bound like tissue to the vibranium to make a body.
Yeah.
And now they're uploading his.
They're transferring
self, I guess.
Yeah, transferring Ultron into the new body. And it's just going to take a while. But Wanda goes up to the cradle and she touches it, and when she does, she sees a vision.
Yeah.
And it's of humanity being destroyed, basically.
Yeah, the world being destroyed.
Yeah. So she's like, that's what you're going to do? I don't like that, because I'm humanity. Yeah. I don't want to be destroyed. So, yeah.
I just want Stark to be defeated, not everybody.
Yes. So she's like, I guess I'm switching sides.
Yeah. Does a little witchcraft on Cho.
Yeah.
Get rid of the Mind Stone.
She's no longer controlled by the Mind Stone.
Which is pretty powerful if you're able to take away the Mind Stone like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she was created with the Mind Stone also, so.
Well, that's true. That is true.
Some of her powers came from that.
Yeah.
So Dr. Cho stops the transfer. And Ultron's like, what are you doing? And shoots her.
Yeah.
Excuse you.
And Wanda and Pietro book it.
They get out of there. Dr. Cho does survive, though. She's fine.
Yeah. I mean, fine. She's dying.
Well, I mean, they don't show her die.
It's a Cap. Yeah, they do. Cap comes and talks to her. Somebody does.
But she doesn't die. It doesn't show her die. It does not show her die. So if it's off-screen death, it doesn't count.
I think she dies.
She never comes back, but she never dies. Come on.
She is a bloody mess.
Okay, fine. She survives long enough to talk to Cap. Is that what you want to hear?
Yes.
Oh my god.
She doesn't die immediately.
So she tells Cap about the cradle and the stone.
Yeah.
The Infinity Stone. and that Ultron has taken it, or taken them both. So Cap goes out. He's trying to find Ultron. They see like the truck from the lab. And he goes and jumps on the truck.
It down,
Yep. Nat shows up. She's on a bike. She like jumps out of the plane on the bike. And starts going around.
She starts going around in circles. She's just doing donuts on that bike. She's like, I don't even know what I'm here for. No, she goes after him. Is that better? Yes, I'm very picky about your wording.
Obviously.
She even calls Iron Man Shellhead in this, which was a common nickname for him in the comics, which I hated. It's so stupid, but whatever.
But I mean, in the early comics, he does look like he has like a bullet head, basically.
Yeah, he does look dumb.
The helmet.
Yeah. Or maybe that doesn't happen until later. I don't know. Anyway.
So the twins are also trying to stop Ultron. So they end up like on a bus or whatever.
Was it a bus or a train?
It was a train. It was a train. Yeah, they end up on a train with him. And they try to stop him, but he gets away. And they're kind of fighting alongside Cap. So the train has jumped the tracks, basically. It like went to the end of the tracks and they just kept going. Because the conductor, was killed by Ultron. So they have to stop the train. It goes through like a bunch of buildings and everything. But
Quicksilver's running ahead, just grabbing people.
Moving people out of the way.
Some people weren't even in the way.
It's like, you're a mile away, but I'm going to move you just in case. Yeah, because he like moves people really far out of the way. I'm like, just move them enough that they're not going to get hit by the train.
He's so fast, though.
I guess so. But Wanda uses her powers to stop the train, finally.
Yeah.
And there we go. Good job. You did it.
And they got the cradle.
Yes.
With Ultron.
Well, with...
Vision. Yeah. Hawkeye flies it back.
Yeah. When they launch the cradle into into his ship, his plane thing, she gets pulled off of it. And she gets captured.
She does.
So she's captured by Ultron.
Yeah.
And...
he takes her back to Sokovia, puts her in a jail cell. And meanwhile, Tony and Bruce and Hawkeye are all hanging out back at Avengers' place.
Yes, because they're working on Vision.
Yeah.
Wanda talks to Cap and tells him that she's afraid that Tony is going to screw things up, basically. Because... that's just what he does.
That's what he is. Yeah.
But we find out that Jarvis was not killed.
He's alive.
Just went underground, basically.
He hid away.
And now they can move Jarvis into what was supposed to be Ultron's body, which is what they do.
Yep.
They're working on that.
Quicksilver and Wanda and Cap show up, and Quicksilver unplugs everything.
Yes.
Like, no, stop it.
Yes. But also, Nat is able to communicate with Clint and let him know where she is by using Morse code. Thor comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. Because he went and had his vision,
because he was talking to Selvig. He did something that we didn't even talk about. I didn't write it down because I kind of forgot. But he sees a vision with all of the stones.
Yeah, sees the stones coming out. The Mind Stone coming out of the Scepter, the Power Stone.
All the ones that we've seen so far.
The Orb, and then... the Ether. And after this movie, me and my friend Justin, we had a theory that the Infinity Stones were all going to be in items that would spell out Thanos, because it was so close. It was so close. You had the Scepter, which is S.
Yes.
You had the Aether, which is the A. What was the other one? The Cube,
what is it called?
What's it called?
The Tesseract.
Tesseract T. And then, what was the other stuff? The Orb from the Power Stone.
Okay, so O.
Yep.
So you're like, oh, well, we gotta have an H and an N.
Yep. So, and then N was, what was the other one? What was the other one? Oh, Soul Stone was on a planet.
The Time Stone.
Time Stone.
But that's the Eye of Agamotto.
Yeah. So it might have fallen apart there.
Yeah, probably. Once Doctor Strange...
necklace. It was a necklace. He had a necklace. So it was in. So we were like, it's going to be in the hammer, because you got to have the thing of Thor. What judges your worthiness of Thor? Your soul. Soul Stone. It's going to be in the hammer. H. Thanos. We nailed it, and that did not come to pass.
No,
I think
it did not.
it didn't come to pass just to spite us. I think they knew about it and were angry. But it would have been amazing if it had.
What was the name of the planet where the Soul Stone is?
I can't remember. It wasn't an H though.
But was it an N? Was there a way that you could change
the
time one to A?
His necklace starts with an H.
What is the name of Tilda Swinton's character? Isn't it the High something?
No, you're thinking of High Evolutionary, I think. No, maybe you're not. The Ancient One is
Ancient One.
Yeah.
Darn. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. Vormir.
Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah. So
it's actually spelled with an H, but
silent
it's silent. It's Vormir. Vormir.
Yeah. Oh, but we were so close. I can't. They had to have been doing that on purpose. I can't believe they weren't. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, let's move on.
I was like, is there any way else I can do it?
Right? This is what we were doing. We were trying to find H's and trying to figure it out. Maybe it was going to be in hell. Maybe Hella. Somebody's heart. Heart of the ocean.
It's in the heart of Vormir.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
There we go. We fixed it. We fixed it for you, Disney.
Or maybe it was in the heart of the sacrifice you made or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, well, maybe the S could be sacrifice, but then how would scepter, what could it be? Is there another word for the scepter?
Stick.
That would be start with an H. It would have to start with an H. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it showed the 4 that we know about.
Yes.
Did not show the last 2 because, of course, we haven't met Doctor Strange yet. So didn't know about the Time Stone. Nope. The Soul One we don't even find out until Infinity War.
Yeah.
Because everybody was like, what's it going to be? Where's it going to be? I do remember people.
I thought it was going to be Adam Warlock coming in also because he was like the keeper of the Soul Stone in the comics, but no. And he was also called him in the comics.
Oh.
Him, Thanos.
Okay.
Would have been great, but no. Instead, it's on Vormir. Whatever.
Like Boromir, but Vormir. It's actually just Vormir, but whatever. Anyway, let's go on. So Thor shows up.
His sacrifice starts with an H.
Oh, gosh. Oh, darn. Too bad Gamora doesn't start with an H.
Too bad.
Oh, his daughter.
Just anything with his and hers.
Oh, man.
From a high cliff.
There we go. A high drop.
Hurts when you fall.
Oh, my gosh.
I still love it, though.
Oh, man. So, Thor shows up out of nowhere. He just flies in.
Yeah.
He's got his lightning going, and he uses it to basically raise Vision from the cradle.
Yeah, powers him up.
Yeah, and of course, Vision shows up. He's there, and
hey,
like, hey, I'm Vision.
Hello.
Thor's like, that's an Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
And so he tells him what he's seen.
And he calls himself Vision, I guess, because it was in Thor's vision.
Yeah, I guess so.
He was my vision.
Yeah.
And Vision gets himself a little cape. Look like
Thor. Because he's like, I want to look like
cool.
I want to look like Thor.
I want to be
Thor. Thor's the coolest.
He's my friend.
Thor helped, so I'm gonna look like Thor. Oh man, can you imagine if he had also done like a bunch of hair too?
That would be so great. His long green hair.
Oh gosh, I hate it.
Yeah,
so
that's Doc Samson has long green hair. I love that. Anyway,
Vision picks up the hammer because he can wield the hammer
because he's worthy.
Because he's worthy.
Yep. That's enough for Thor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're like, can we trust him? And he picks up the hammer, and they're like, yeah, we can trust him.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they figure out everything that's happening. Going to be happening. They have to go back to Sokovia.
Yeah, and because Hawkeye knows that Nat is there.
They have to go save Nat.
And I think the Wanda and Pietro know he's going to Sokovia.
Yeah.
So they tell them.
They have to get the Sokovians out of the city.
Yeah.
Is Sokovia a city or is it a country? I
thought it was a country, yeah, but maybe not.
But they act like it's just that one city.
It
that
may
one
just
big
be a
city. I don't know. I thought it was a country too.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a really tiny country.
Maybe it's like a Vatican City
like
kind of situation.
Yeah, or
like an Andorra is pretty big, right?
Andorra, the
Andorra.
Oh. It's not very big, but it's not... I don't think it's like Vatican small.
Monaco.
Sure.
Monaco's pretty small.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, like one of the small
I think Vatican City is probably the best comparison. I think you nailed it.
Maybe. I feel like Vatican's a lot smaller than what that city was that we saw.
Well, yeah, but we're just talking about like the idea of it.
Sure. It's a very small country.
It is a very small country.
It's very, very small country.
If it's a country.
Yeah. Possible city. I don't know. But I have to get the Sokovians out of there.
Hey Siri, is Sokovia a country?
Siri's gonna be like, no.
It's a landlocked country in Eastern Europe located between Slovakia and the Czech Republic.
Okay.
Yeah, not a real country, of course. This
well,
is
no.
Marvel stuff, but yeah. So it's a country.
Okay. How big is this country? How big is Sokovia?
Siri, how big's Sokovia? Just how big is Sokovia? I would imagine it's small. Like, yeah, no crap. Maybe Sokovia's bigger, but their like capital is called Sokovia, like Kuwait and Kuwait City kind of deal.
It's like a
Luxembourg. Yeah,
maybe.
So let's go with that.
So it's Sokovia.
Sokovia.
Sokovia City.
Yep.
Oh, anyway, they're trying to get them out of the city.
Yeah.
Or out of the country. Whatever works.
Just trying to get them out.
They're just trying to get them away from there. They do not manage to get everybody away, though, before it starts to rise.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's something underground that's making it rise. I don't know the science behind this.
It's like a vibranium thruster thing. I don't know.
Sure.
It's made of vibranium.
Sounds good to me.
It's got so much vibranium.
But it starts rising because the thing is Ultron wants to make Sokovia and the Avengers into like a meteor, basically,
to destroy the world.
Yeah, he's gonna make it rise up as high as he can and then drop it down. It's gonna hit the Earth and then it's gonna like destroy humanity.
The world, yeah.
So they have to stop it before it can do that.
Yep.
So they're going around. They're fighting all the little robot.
Oh, the Ultrons.
All the Ultron robot things.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Ultrons.
That's what they're called?
Yeah.
Okay. It's weird. There's Ultron, but then there are Ultrons.
I don't know. I guess you can call them whatever you want.
I don't know. So they're fighting. They're dogfighting.
There's a lot of like foreshadowing throughout the whole movie of Hawkeye
that
dying.
Hawkeye's gonna die. Yeah.
It's like one guy will die. It's like picture of Hawkeye giving a thumbs up.
Yeah, it's like, and you find out that he has a family, so it's like, oh no, they're gonna kill the only one of them.
Come back, you gotta come back. He's like, I swear I'm coming back.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, these new kids, they're great. I hope I can teach them forever.
Yeah.
And in the comics, Hawkeye dies all the time. It's like a joke.
He just comes back.
Hawkeye died again.
It's like Kenny in South Park.
Yeah, and he just keeps coming back.
But he's like back the next episode.
Yeah.
He's like, how'd you come back? I don't know.
Hawkeye, stop. Who are you? Helen Cho? Or Margaret Cho, whatever her name was. No, Margaret Cho's a comedian.
Oh gosh, I think it was Helen Cho.
Yeah.
Pietro is like going all over the place trying to help people. At one point, he goes by. There's like policemen like shooting at the all the robots, and then they're like, hold the fire. We got people like Wanda and Pietro are doing something. One of them accidentally
accidentally shot him, and he looks. He's like, come on. So great.
He does a total Job Bluth. Come on.
The man in the $3,000 suit gets shot by the police.
Come on. But no, I was going to say he goes by Hawkeye at one point, and he says something about like, are you too slow,
keep up, old man?
Keep up, old man, or whatever. And Hawkeye has like a gun, and he's like, be so easy.
I think it wasn't a gun, it was his bow and arrow.
Oh, yeah. Did I say a gun? He doesn't have a gun.
He pulls out a gun.
Like,
Try me.
Out of nowhere. We've never seen him with a gun before. He's known for his bow and arrows, but he's
like, I'm taking this gun.
When he really wants to threaten somebody, he grabs a gun. No, he has his arrow pointed at it, and he's like, nobody would know.
Yeah, I could do it.
I could do it.
Ultron had him down. He was just beating him up. I couldn't believe it. Poor kid.
Oh, which was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Nick Fury comes in with the helicarrier.
Yeah, they found it.
Yep.
In the, I don't know.
Gathering cobwebs somewhere.
Yeah, the New Republic had it in storage somewhere or something.
The New Republic. Yeah, it was right over there with like all the Star Destroyers.
Yeah.
But the helicarrier has lifeboats on it, so they can get people off of the floating city.
Yeah, because the only way they're going to be able to stop this thing is if they destroy the city.
So they got to get the people
got to get everybody
out of there.
off.
Because if they let it fall, it's going to destroy other people and the people on there.
Yeah.
And if they can destroy it before it falls, then they can hopefully save the people below.
Yeah. And there's like a button in the church in the middle of the city they have to defend.
They call it the core.
Core, yeah.
So they have to stop Ultron from getting to the core.
Yeah. And I really like the fight scene there where just everybody's crowded around it.
Yeah.
There's tons of Ultrons.
Yeah. Ultrons just coming in like cockroaches, just all over the place.
And they're just fighting them off. I really like that.
Working together, helping each other, because, you know, they got to work together to do it.
Got to.
And
Hawkeye even gave Wanda a little pep talk before. And because she was scared.
Yeah.
Didn't want to kill anybody. Like, hey, it's your job.
Yeah. He's like,
gotta go out and do it.
He's like, if you go out there, you'll be an Avenger.
Yeah. There's robots attacking. I have a bow and arrow. Nothing makes sense.
Exactly.
I loved Hawkeye in this movie.
He was good. So they fight off all the Ultrons that were coming for the core, and they leave Wanda there.
Yeah.
To protect it. And I guess all the other Ultrons are just like, well, I think there was like going to be another wave coming or whatever.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting for that. So they leave her there because she's like, I'll take care of it.
Evacuating. They're evacuating.
So,
they're evacuating.
They get a bunch of people they get a bunch of people away from the city, into the lifeboats, and
one lady's like, "Oh, my boy,
kid, we were in the market."
Store. Yeah.
So Hawkeye goes over.
It's
like, oh, great. So
gotta get this kid.
Yeah, he goes over. He goes to grab the kid, and that's when the other Ultrons. No, it's actually Ultron.
Yeah,
shows up. He's
in a plane.
He's just shooting everybody.
Yeah,
and he's shooting. It's getting closer and closer to Hawkeye. Hawkeye turns to get shot in the back to protect the kid. And
Quicksilver sees it.
Yep, and he runs in front of him. He gets shot.
He moved a car in front of him.
Yeah, but he
also
gets shot.
Took some fire.
Yeah.
He's like, didn't see that coming.
Yep, and then he falls over.
And he died.
And he's dead, and that kid is just staring at this dead guy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
not traumatized at all.
Not at all.
I was very surprised they killed Quicksilver.
Yeah, I like Quicksilver.
I like Quicksilver too, yeah. I really thought they were going to kill Hawkeye, honestly.
Yeah, but nope.
He stuck around. He's still around.
Wonder if they'll ever be able to bring Pietro back.
I mean, they kind of did in WandaVision, but
technically not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I don't know.
They're like, we'll just wait till the X-Men show up. We'll just use that one.
Maybe.
I don't know. Or just recast him or something.
If Wanda's gone, may not be a reason to bring him back anymore.
I don't think Wanda's gone.
Well, she may not be, but she's.
I didn't see her actual crushed body.
You need verification.
Well, of course.
I need somebody to check the body. Give me an actual verbal on that.
I need a time of death. I need a death certificate.
I want to see the autopsy.
Yeah, exactly. Even then, I'm not sure I'd be convinced.
Could have switched the body out.
I mean, this is Marvel.
We found your conspiracy theory side. It has to do with people dying.
Oh, goodness. So, of course, when he dies, Wanda feels it because they have their little twin connection and everything. And so she freaks out. She screams. There are all these Ultrons that have started coming up to the core, and she blasts them all out.
Yeah, she wrecks shop on them.
And then as Ultron is flying his little ship, the Hulk jumps on it and throws him out of it.
Back. He's like, "Oh, come on!"
Yeah, exactly. Throws him out of it. He goes into a bus, basically. Yeah. Throws him into a bus. Wanda goes in there and pulls out his heart, basically.
Yeah.
Because she's like,
"You want to know how I felt?"
Yeah. She's like, I'm already dead or something. Because he's like, when this thing falls, you're all gonna die. And she's like, I'm already dead. And she's like, yeah. Do you want to know what it feels like? And pulls out his heart and it's like just like that or whatever. It's like, okay, so he's gone, I guess.
Yep.
Or at least the main one, the main Ultron.
Yeah.
There's still some of the other things around.
And Hulk stays in that ship, doesn't he? And just takes out?
Yeah, he stays in that ship.
He's gone.
We find out
Black Widow tries to talk him back down, but nah, he's out.
Yeah, that's a little bit later. But one of the Ultrons shows up and hits the core. Because now that nobody's there to stop it, they can get to it. City starts falling. Yep. And they manage to explode it because Tony does something to
Tony heats the bottom and then Thor has to smash the top.
Uses his hammer to do something to the core on top, and it destroys the floating city after everybody has gotten out and everything. Because, of course, Vision goes in and saves Wanda. Yeah. Everybody else is already out. Yeah. And...
who helps Tony? Anybody?
I think he was just able to fly away, wasn't he?
Was he? Because they were talking like, we may not walk away from this.
Yeah. I thought he just flew away, but I don't know. Maybe War Machine does help. I don't know.
Very possibly.
Thor just falls into the water. Yeah. I was like, I guess he's fine. Yeah. I mean, he is a god, so whatever. But he just falls into the water. It's like, well, there goes Thor. Yeah. So, yeah, that's when Hulk, he's leaving on a jet plane. Yeah. Nat tries to talk to him, tries to get him to turn around, and he just turns off the communicator. Yeah, he's gone. He's out of here, so he's heading off to Thor Ragnarok. We'll see him later. Yep. Vision has a final talk with, there's like one little Ultron robot left. And he talks to him.
He's like, you're scared. Yeah. Because he can't escape anymore. He's stuck in all the bodies he had because Vision cut him off from the internet. Yep. He's like, you're scared. Aw, bye.
Aw, you're scared. I got something to kill you now.
See ya.
But yeah, he does kill him.
Yep.
And that's the end of Ultron.
Or maybe it's not. We don't know. I don't have verification. All the Ultrons died.
I didn't see a death certificate. Yeah. Maybe they switched to bodies. Yeah. So then we see what happens to everybody. Hawkeye goes home to his family. Yeah. Tony goes to the new Avengers facility. Actually, a bunch of them go to the new Avengers facility. Yeah. Because Thor's there also, but he immediately leaves. He's like, pull back to Asgard. Yeah. Peace out. He rainbow bridges himself out of there. Yep. And Tony's like,
just really does not care about people's lawns.
Does not care about lawn maintenance at all. Cap and Nat start training the new Avengers. Yep. Because we've got Falcon. We've got
War Machine.
We've
got Wanda. We have Helen Jo.
I'm trying to think if there was anybody else.
There is somebody.
Who's the other person? I mean, we know it's not Pietro.
Yeah, it's definitely not. Maybe there's not another person. I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong.
I guess not. I guess that was it. Yeah. Huh. Anyway, so they're going to be trained up to fight along with the other Avengers.
Cap yells out, "Avengers!" Cut to black. Didn't do Avengers Assemble.
Of course not. We gotta wait. Yeah. In anticipation, you know? Yeah. And then, of course, we have our mid-credit scene. Yeah. And what do we have? It's Thanos. Yeah. Well, first we see
the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah. We see Thanos, like, a door opens or whatever. Thanos sticks his hand in it, and he's like, fine. I'll do it myself. Yeah. And that's it. And there are no post-credits.
Nope, that's it.
What the heck? Where was that post-credit?
I don't know.
So, nothing.
That was it.
So that was Age of Ultron.
Yeah. I think I like this movie more than other people did. It gets a lot of hate.
I think that after WandaVision, people started appreciating it more.
Oh, really?
Because, there was a lot of stuff. Actually, not just WandaVision. I feel like there was something else that kind of referenced Age of Ultron a lot. Maybe it was just that.
I mean, Sokovia Accords and Civil War.
Yeah, maybe it was just mainly WandaVision. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. But I feel like after that, a lot of people kind of were like, oh, well, maybe I should watch this again and see. Yeah. Probably, maybe Hawkeye, too.
Yeah. Probably.
There was a lot of stuff. It was a lot about Hawkeye. So. Yeah. I do know that when we watched WandaVision, every single episode, it'd be like, do you want to watch Age of Ultron? Yeah. I'm like, not particularly.
Not at the moment.
Maybe at some point in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is only the second time I've seen it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've seen it a few times now.
You're going to find out that most of the movies, this is only the second time I've seen them.
And I'm not really a big James Spader fan, but I really thought he was a good fit for Ultron.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
He's got a good voice and personality for it.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of hateable.
He's kind of weird. There's something weird about him. Oh my gosh.
Him as Robert
California.
In The Office.
Yeah. My goodness, that character.
So weird.
I can't stand him. Oh.
He's the worst.
Yeah.
But yeah. And there were a lot of fun fight scenes. And yeah, I just liked it. It's maybe a little shallow, I guess. Not a lot of depth to it, just fights and gotta go here.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's just how some of them are.
Yeah. And it set up a lot of stuff for the future.
Yes.
So,
because it set up the whole Infinity Saga.
Yeah.
Because before this, we had only heard Infinity Stones like once, and that was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
Because that's the first one we really see is the Power Stone.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, and then here are all the other ones that you may not have realized.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I guess they talk about it a little bit in Thor: The Dark World when they're trying to pull it out.
Yeah, probably the ether.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just kind of like a little bit. And then in Guardians, it's a little bit more. And then this, it's like, okay, this is what's coming. And then at the very end, you have Thanos. And it's like, oh, okay.
Pulling out the gauntlet.
Here we go.
Like, okie doke.
This is happening.
It's happening.
And then they're like, but first we're going to do a civil war. It's like, dang it.
Yeah. I think also a lot of the dislike came from like it not being the storyline from the comics, you know, and kind of being
the Infinity Saga, it's not the...
Yeah.
There's a lot of differences.
Yeah, but, you know, I don't know,
man.
I don't know. But I still enjoyed it. Even this rewatch, I still liked it.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It had a lot of fun little moments.
Yeah.
A lot of little jokes that made me laugh.
Little jokes, yeah. All right. Well, then, let's move on to our snack.
All right.
What snack are we having, and how does it tie into this movie?
Okay, so we don't always tie them in. So these are Reese's miniature cups with Reese's Puffs. So it's got little Reese's Puffs cereal.
I did not know this was a thing, and we just saw it at Target the other day.
We saw this. It was right next to the Hershey's Milklicious Kisses.
Yeah, yep.
And there were also some M&Ms there that we did not get.
Yeah.
But they were like caramel
Latte?
cold brew, I think was what it was. Something like that. And I was like, I know you're not a big coffee fan.
Yeah.
So we didn't get those.
Yeah.
Now, I've had the espresso M&Ms, which are pretty good, because we had some of those. Your mom had some at Christmas. They were good, too.
Nice.
But I'm more of a coffee fan than you are, so.
Yeah. Yeah. But
by the way,
try this.
You get to have those 4. I get to have the rest. No, just kidding.
I feel like you can only fit like one puff in here. Like I can see them in like the tiny. Bigger ones, but these are so small.
I guess you can get more. I don't know. Because we'll find out. All I hear is crunching. I'm like, does mine have any at all? I think mine had half of one.
Yeah, there's not a lot in there. Yeah, I literally think they just have like one in there.
It's like, wow, okay, disappointing.
How do you feel about the cereal?
I've only ever had it once, and I was not that big of a fan, but I think it was the box that I had. I think the box that I had was old.
Okay.
Or something, because they were kind of stale.
I love the cereal. It might be my favorite cereal. It's like that and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I absolutely love it.
I take it back. It was the opposite. Because I know that this and Cinnamon Toast Crunch are your favorites. It was Cinnamon Toast Crunch that was really stale.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, anytime I have Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it's stale. Like on those donuts, it was stale. I've had it the cereal form. Stale. What the heck is with this?
I don't know.
But no, now that I remember, now that I think about it, the Hershey's ones, they were good.
Hershey's?
I mean, the Reese's. I'm sorry, the Puffs. The Reese's Puffs. They were good.
I need to go get me a box on the way home. Talking about it.
But yeah, there's not much to
these. There's really not, yeah.
Like I said, I'm disappointed.
Maybe, but I don't know if I would have liked it if there was a ton of them in there. You know? It just adds a little crunch to it.
But it's such a tiny amount of crunch.
It is a tiny amount.
I would like a little more crunch. Not like a bunch of crunch, but a little crunch. Bit of crunch. Or a bit more of crunch.
That one had like 1.5.
It really made a difference.
Doesn't really change the flavor at all.
No.
It's just really...
They're fine.
Yeah.
I think you'd rather just have regular, though. They're not going to be...
Oh, yeah.
Real crunchy. I have chocolate all over my shirt. How did this happen? Well, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, I think that last one I had may have had 1.5 also.
All right. So, what are we going to rate it? It's a tough one.
I mean, they're still good. It's just... Yeah. I was just disappointed, so I'm going to give them an 8. I mean, it's still good.
Yeah.
Reese's are good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to give them too low.
Yeah.
Unless they just really mess something up.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think 8. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah, you better not.
Just put more in there, guys.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
I'd like to try, if they have them in the regular, like, I guess in those big cups.
Well, yeah, a big cup would be good. Because
that might be better.
Probably fit a pretty good bit in those. You
can pack that thing in there.
Yeah.
But is it going to be too much? Like the Reese's Pieces ones or the Chips ones, which I find is just, it's too much.
Yeah, I think that in a big cup it would probably be okay.
Yeah.
Because the crunchiness, the texture of the cereal is better suited to something like this than Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
Because Reese's Pieces, they're hard.
Yeah.
Sure, they're crunchy and everything, but you eat it and it's just like...
Yeah. You know. But the candy changes kind of, the flavor.
Yeah, but they're kind of airy and everything, so I think it would probably work better.
I think so, too. We'll keep our eyes out for it.
Yeah, sure. Sure we will.
Well... That's it. How'd you feel about Age of Ultron? Were you a lover or a fighter? How do you feel about the Thanos theory? Do you think it could still work? What's your H word?
Can we make this work?
Help us. Because I really do. It's one of my life's greatest disappointments that it didn't happen. So let us know. And let us know on Twitter at Having Funcast and on Facebook at Having Fun Pod.
Or you can send us an email to havingfunpod@gmail.com.
And go out and have fun, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.